Hi everyone. So now I want to share with you how to actually put together a value stream map. Now what I'm going to be sharing with you is directly from the Learning to See book, the example that they use in the book, and I think that's probably easiest because that way you've got the book to go back and reference as well as this video. And the software that I'm using to create this value stream map is called LeanPilot. And LeanPilot I found is a really awesome, powerful package for putting together value stream maps, and that's really all it does. And because of that, it's only $99, and it's a very cheaper alternative than Visio, which is around $400 to $500 for a seat. So now, regardless of what software you use, your value stream map is going to look very similar to what I'm creating here on my screen. So what I want to do is just step you through a number of short videos on how to create the value stream map. And this should also give you some guidance into creating your maps when you're doing your VSM sessions as well. So just because I'm doing it on the screen doesn't mean that this doesn't transfer to the paper and post-it world as well. So let's get started. Now, the way the LeanPilot software is set up is when you open LeanPilot, it'll ask you to start a new project and you'll get this screen. And on this screen you've got a bunch of icons at the top here that represent different activities within your value stream map. And to switch to the different menus, you can come up here and click on the View menu, and you can see all the different palettes. There's a Material Flow palette, which is what I'm looking at now. There's an Information Flow palette. If I click on that, it'll switch to the Information Flow. There is a Kanban palette. There's a Timeline palette, a Comments palette, and then you can hide the palette if you want. So you can get to the different palettes over here by using the View menu, but what I would suggest you do is just use the little pull downs over here and the little buttons here, which also have access to the menu. So if I want to look at this menu, the Material Flow palette, I can click on the little truck. If I want to look at the Information Flow palette, I can click on the little envelope and get that palette, the Kanban palette, the Timeline palette, etc. So this is the easiest way to navigate around the different palettes, and then you just simply click on the icon you want to use and you drag it into your value stream map, and you can use the delete key just to delete. So this is your palette menu up here. Over to the side here on the right side is your controls for your fonts, and so you've got bold, italic, you can increase and decrease font size over to the right, and then down at the bottom is your zoom menu. So we can zoom to fit to the page, we can zoom in and out, we can turn on the select mode where if we want to grab a bunch of stuff at the same time, we can use this tool to grab a whole bunch of things and delete or move things in groups, or by default you just have the pointer selected. So that's just a quick rundown on LeanPilot and some of the menu features. So now let's get started creating our value stream map. Now you'll remember from my lecture videos on the PowerPoint slide deck, when we start a value stream map, we always begin with the customer. And so we're going to come up here and grab the customer icon, and we're just going to drag that out, and the customer always goes in the upper right corner. Now when you're in the LeanPilot window here, you can zoom in and out just by simply scrolling up or down with your mouse. And so let's zoom in here on our customer. And in this case, our customer is going to be State Street Assembly. So all we need to do is double click, type in the name of our customer, and we've got our customer's name there now. And the menu options here, as far as the data that goes to your customer, is fully customizable. So if we want to add a new option, we can simply click the plus button here and it'll bring new options in, and we can double click on those and we can type them whatever we want to call those options or those data points. If we want to get rid of things, we can click the little X and it deletes out the different steps or the different elements here under the data pieces. So in our example, we're going to have a few things here. We're going to have the assemblies required. The tack time is going to be 18,400 pieces a month. Is our tack time. And then we're going to show what that is from a lefts and right perspective. So the product that this company is receiving comes in lefts and rights. So we're going to have 12,000 of these are going to be lefts. And you can simply use your tab key. You can see I'm tabbing around here. If you use your tab key, you can move around to the different fields. And we're going to have 6,400 that are going to be rights. And now I want to add another field here. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to hit the plus. And I want to put in here how they're coming to the customer. The customer receives these in a tray, and one tray is going to equal 20 pieces. And I also want to note how many shifts our customer is working. So our customer is going to be working 2 shifts. All right, so there we have it. There is the first step in our value stream mapping. We've got our customer's name, we've got our data points. They're expecting 18,400 pieces a month. That's their tack time, their demand. Those 18,400 are 12,000 lefts, 6,400 rights. They come to the customer in a tray. Each tray has 20 pieces, and the customer is working 2 shifts.